Hello, my name is Dan Taylor. I'm one of the philosophy teachers here at Cardinal Newman College. So why take A-level philosophy? Philosophy literally means the love of wisdom. What it has come to mean in recent years is a careful study of any area of human knowledge. So for example, there's a philosophy of art, there's a philosophy of politics, a philosophy of science, and a philosophy of religion, and so on. What we will be covering in our course is 4 very popular areas of philosophy. We will look at 4 altogether, 2 in the first year and 2 in the second year. In the first year, one of the topics we will be looking at is called the theory of knowledge, which really lies at the heart of philosophy. It asks, what can we know and how can we know it? How can we define knowledge? What does it mean? And how do we actually gain our knowledge? Is it just through experience, through the things we see and hear, through our senses? Or is it possible that we are born with some inbuilt knowledge? We'll also look at something called moral philosophy. What is it that makes an action right or wrong? Is it simply about following the rules of religion and society? Or do we look at the consequences of the action, the results to work out whether something is right or wrong? Or do we look at our own internal intentions and reasons for doing an action? We'll be exploring theories which look at these alternatives in detail, and we'll be applying them to practical ethical matters as well, such as stealing, lying, the eating of animals, and simulated killing, where we will be looking at the pretend enactment of killing in films, TV, and computer games. In the second year, we will be looking at something called the philosophy of mind. What is the mind? Is it simply part of the material brain, or is it a spiritual soul that can exist independently of the body? And we'll also be looking at something called the metaphysics of God. Is there any evidence for the existence of God? And if God does exist, what is he like? We often say things like God is all-powerful and all-knowing, but when we look at these ideas in more detail, we realise that some further clarification is needed. For instance, if God is all-powerful, can he make a stone so big that he cannot lift? And if God can see the future, what is there to say about human free will? You can use philosophy to go on to a wide variety of jobs and also degree subjects. It is an academic A-level which is highly respected by universities, and students who've gained a high grade in philosophy will be seen as somebody who is very academically able. Students can study philosophy as a single subject at degree level, or combine it with a wide variety of other degree subjects, such as history or law, or even some interesting combinations such as philosophy and media studies, or philosophy and physics. The entry requirements are different from the standard requirements for A-levels at the college, in that you will need at least a 6 in English language GCSE and a 6 in maths as well. Why is that? Well, the English is obvious because you need to be able to understand fairly complicated ideas and to be able to explain them in your own words clearly and accurately. The mathematics is known through research that students who have at least a 6 in mathematics seem to have an ability to understand some of the complex arguments that we look at, and also can appreciate them and enjoy them more. So that is why we require students to have both a 6 in English and a 6 in maths. Of course, we will also look at every individual student application on its own merits. So that's why you should choose philosophy, but why philosophy at Cardinal Newman College? Well, we have a very strong reputation of success here. We have a 100% pass rate since we began the course, and our average grades for high grades, which is A star, A and B, are always well above national averages. In addition to that, we have a strong reputation of sending students from the philosophy department to Oxford and Cambridge universities as well, either to study philosophy itself or a wide variety of other subjects. If you'd like to find out more, please do get in touch. Thank you very much.